What's popping, players? Welcome to a brand new edition of Breaking Badger News. I'm your host, as always, your friendly neighborhood Simpsons kin, and joining me on short notice today is the Doge in charge. Brian, want to introduce yourselves?
Yep.
Or yourself, rather? What's going on?
What's up, man? Oh, shit.
I can't...
Shit. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know. Just aside from Half-Life 3... I think this was the one thing that I never expected to ever happen in my lifetime.
Hold up.
What
timeline is this? That's what I want to know.
This is the Berenstain Bears timeline. Human sacrifice, dogs and cats living together. Mass hysteria. I am, of course, talking about this video that Laci Green just put out. Now, obviously, everybody who knows who Laci Green is, she herself acknowledges that she is a walking meme/stereotype of the modern intersectional feminist. However, she put out a video just about an hour or two ago. I was notified of this because Chris Reagan retweeted it to his Twitter account, that she made a video where she announced, this is the key thing, that she is starting a live stream debate channel between anti-feminists and feminists. Now, obviously, this seems a little bit weird to us because normally when it comes to feminists, we don't associate them with being open to debates. A significant portion of them, although some of them are open to debate from time to time. But the reason why she's doing this, she tells us in the video, is that she does not see herself as an ideologue, and she wants to prove it. She says her channel has always been about the pursuit of knowledge and is a skeptic. And prior to doing this video, she wanted to prove that by going out and talking to some anti-SJWs. Obviously, the one that pops off the brain at first is when she went to go talk to Blair White. She said she's talked to some other ones. I'm not very aware of them. I think she said something about Chris Reagan. I might be wrong about that.
Well, Chris Reagan did meet Laci Green, and they took a photo together, and he tweeted it out. I remember seeing that. And she has also appeared on Jeff Holiday's stream playing, I think it was Quiplash. So she's been popping up here and there. And this was while she was taking a long hiatus from doing her extremely feminist videos on Brawless and on her own channel. I think that, and I'm not saying this to make a joke at her expense, but after the election, she had kind of broke down a little bit. And I think that she needed a break from doing feminism. How many dimensions of chess is Trump playing?
Yeah,
who knows?
I know. I wouldn't put that out of the question because this just seems so unbelievable. But she does continue on in the video by saying that when she has talked to some of these anti-SJWs, she does know that, some of them are very, very, let's say, overzealous in terms of their rhetoric. But like you said, with Chris Reagan and Blair White, she has found that some of them have presented well-cited arguments. I am quoting her, and notes that she has talked to some people who are really nice and that she maybe has become new friends with. What? So she also says on top of this, which is also kind of unbelievable because we've always just assumed Laci Green is just, you can't believe that somebody like her exists with some of the stuff that she says. But she says that she disagrees with some of her friends that would fall under that SJW category who don't like conversation.
Right.
And she says she fundamentally disagrees with the concept of not having dialogue because, well, she does say that she believes suppression of speech doesn't help social justice. But she also says that, these people already have a platform as it is because of the internet. We can't shut them down. We have to deal with it in a constructive manner. And the way that we do that is by engaging in dialogue. And above all, probably the one thing that I didn't ever imagine a feminist being able to come to terms with is that she was able to delineate between the two sets of red pill communities. I am, of course, talking about the pickup artist community that fall under, the red pill subreddit. I think that's what it is. And the Matrix analogy, which is what Cassie J, I suppose, would use in her documentary, for example.
And to be clear, though, too, I believe that the red pill subreddit, while it's often affiliated with PUAs, it's not entirely PUAs.
Right.
There's just I guess it's just a lot of guys that are just making terms with the sort of realization of the way the world really works, and many of them, go the PUA route, but there's a lot that just become bitter. They go MGTOW, they actually become genuine misogynists, whatever. So, but most of the time I think it's PUA stuff.
Exactly. Yeah. Thanks for clearing that up for me. And just one final thing before we just get into a general quick discussion about this. She also notes that, believe it or not, slurs and physical violence are not the same thing. I know. Yeah, I know. She says that she believes that those who say that speech is the same as punching somebody in the face makes the physically violent act less egregious, and that's ridiculous. So, oh my God, I don't know what to make of this. It's 2017 is really something right now,
exactly. Isn't it? 2017, we're only 5 months in, and holy shit, what is going on? Laci Green has shocked me. I actually, on behalf of Honey Badger Radio, I sent her a message right away as soon as I was able to.
Good.
Basically saying, look, Laci, first off, big giant kudos to you for even making this video. I think that it takes some, I think it takes courage, to be honest, and it actually a bit of intellectual honesty to be able to say, you know what, I think I should have discussions. I should practice some of them skepticism powers that I hear everyone's developing. It's spreading. The skepticism is spreading, and even Laci might be catching it. And to see that she's open to discussion, that she wants to host debates and have actual people have conversations about shit and not like stay in their echo chambers. I think that's really good. I also said, look, I'm not trying to pump ourselves up here, because as a honey badger myself, I became aware of all of this stuff because of the honey badgers, specifically from conversations I saw and listened to with Hannah, Allison, and Karen. And I think that their work, despite the fact that the channel is small, and I know I'm saying this and it might sound like I'm coming from a place of bias, but I swear we have spoken to much larger YouTubers that said a lot of their talking points, a lot of the stuff that they learned about feminism, about men's issues, about all of that, all those myths, comes from the work the honey badgers have done. And so, specifically Karen, Allison, and Hannah, specifically. And I think that if Laci really wants to talk to people, we could do debates, that's fine. But if she just wants to have a conversation, if she just wants to hang out, I'm doing like an epic stream this next weekend. You're welcome to do that too.
Yes.
Yes. You don't have to, we don't have to make it a drag out debate. I know that some of these new ideas that you're going to be exposed to, they're going to be extremely difficult to come to terms with, to look at. There's going to be a lot of times where you're going to question yourself. I mean, it's just like what happened with Cassie J. So I invite you to take it as slow as you can. But I also think, Laci, and I'm saying this, honestly, is not because I'm a honey badger, but because I think this is where your path's going to take you here anyway. You should talk to the honey badgers. Yes. Definitely try to get one of them on and talk to them and try to figure out what's going on. Use it to get some and challenge the ideas that they put out too. I mean, I'm also somebody in search of truth. I'm always looking for ways to challenge the stuff that I'm getting out of the men's rights community as well. And I mean, I have been pretty much stumped at every turn because a lot of it just is difficult to argue against. But I'm open to new ideas, and I think that I'm always open to having my mind changed. I think Laci should also, and I think that she might be. So that's extremely uplifting to know.
Yeah, this is wonderful, wonderful news, and I have every bit of faith, considering what Laci Green has done over the past couple months, that she's going to be going in the right direction, because she does seem really honest about this whole thing. So now, please, guys, Now, there is one other thing. There are people, because I was looking at the comment section under her video and in places where I've shared it, and there are people who think that Laci Green's motivations for doing this might be spurious, might be suspect, like she's looking to make a buck or exploit something. And
I want to speak to it because first off, I want to acknowledge that this has been thrown around as an idea. There are people who are, they either just have really big trust issues with her or they're just suspicious of what her motivations might be. Now, there's no evidence to suggest that any of that's true, but even if it is, for the sake of argument, let's say that it is true. I don't think that that's harmful because she is still allowing platforms and people to share ideas. And so inevitably the truth comes out. And if Laci wants to be involved with that, and she wants to, even if she's doing it purely for selfish reasons, like making her channel bigger or whatever, you know what?
Works
it doesn't
for
matter.
us.
Right. It still works for us. I mean, a Honey Badger Radio is smaller than a lot of the channels that do stuff based on the work that Honey Badger Radio has done. I mean, like, and I'm like, Teal Deer has said this to us. Bering has said this to us. Crout and Tea has said this to us. These guys are all huge. And a lot of the information that they were drawing from comes from the work that Karen, Allison, and Hannah have done. And guys at The Voice for Men. And so we don't care about that, ultimately. We just like that everyone's talking about it and the word is getting out. So, I mean, if Laci does that, that's okay. As long as the word gets out, I'm okay with it, Yes. But I don't really see any evidence that that's true. But that's for the people who are thinking that.
Yes, it's for the most part, it seems like it's going to be a win for us, whether the worst case scenario or the best case scenario comes about. So, like you said, guys, what we need you to do right now is to start tweeting at Laci Green. Make sure you're very polite and just tell her that you would like her to talk to the Honey Badgers, or hell, just one of the other people that Brian mentioned, like Teal Deer or Bering or Sargon. We need to get these conversations going, and hopefully they start sooner rather than later. Just one thing, though. If we get Karen to talk to Laci Green, that's going to break the internet.
That's what we want. That was what I offered. I said, come on, Honey Badger Radio. You can talk to Karen. It will break the internet.
Yes. So, thanks so much for joining us on this very quick update, ladies and gentlemen. This is huge news. I'm very, very excited about what this could mean for the future of the culture war. I want to thank Brian for joining me on such short notice to talk about this, and we'll keep you updated as more news comes in about this particular situation. Until next time, have a lovely, lovely day.